Lady T-Bug. Oh, real talk, we gather round. Stories to unfold. Beauty, tips, and laughter. Secrets to be told. Messy gossip flows like tea. High and fresh each week. Living like we're shining bright. Our wall is what we seek. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night. Smiling and free. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night.
Girl, did you hear what she did last summer? With her style and charm, she's a stunner. Flipping through gossip, the latest craze. Trying to cook, oh how they dazzle, they we keep it real, spilling the truth. In our circle of acquaintances, always from lipstick shades, use of F3, sharing the vibe, feel the edges of the crease. Page by page, we turn our worlds, sit still and strong, and life unfurled.
Copyright 2026, Lady T-Bug, all rights reserved. This video is presented for commentary, educational, and discussion purposes. All opinions expressed are those of Lady T-Bug. Content is protected under copyright law and Fair Use Act. This video contains original commentary, opinions, and analysis created for the Front Porch crew. It is presented for informational and discussion purposes only. Unauthorized reproduction, re-uploading, or redistribution is prohibited.
Hey, hey, hey. It's Pages on the Porch for me, baby. I see y'all was ready, y'all. I had to push us back a little bit, but I am here, Lady T-Bug, the Front Porch crew, for our first book discussion. Our book club name is Pages on the Porch, in case you did not know. I see y'all ready. Baby, drop a ladybug in the chat if you finished the entire book, because yes, I did. I finished the entire book, baby, because once I got in there, that book was taking me through there. Baby, every emotion, every nerve in my damn body has been hit, touched, blood pressure up, down. Baby, this book was an emotional roller coaster for me. And I live in the South. Honey, it was hitting all things South with the F. And y'all know we have the #1 public HBCU here in Tallahassee, Florida, FAMU Rattlers. So, honey, I was like, oh, okay. I see, I hear. How y'all doing? Let me know if you finished the book in its entirety, baby. Let me know. I forgot to download our slides, darn it. Let me do it now. Oh, I should have did them individually, because if they're not going to roll them, let me see. Who finished the entire book? Okay. So we're going to talk about the entire book, but what I'm going to do is, if you did not finish the book, I'm going to give you an opportunity to leave when we switch it over. How about that? To be fair. Baby, I started on Thursday, guys. Because I just knew, because I do Audible. For the ones that don't know, I do Audible. So I'm just listening. I'm not there actually with the pages, turning the pages. I could do E. You read it twice, Shan. I had to go back to Shan because I think I fell asleep or I walked out the room or something. And I missed, hold the fuck up. Hold on. I missed something. So I did the same thing. So don't feel bad, Shan. I had to go back and I couldn't remember where, girl. I said, okay. So I had to do the same thing. So what we'll do is, you did Audible as well, Chanel. We will give the ones that don't like spoilers the opportunity to leave. Girl. Hold on, y'all. I got to download our slides. I see quite a few of y'all finished, though. I got one more. One more, number 7. In case y'all want to just look at the questions. I think when we get to the end, that's when I will dismiss anyone that don't like spoilers, that would like to leave or whatever. Sure. This was too much. Let me how I'm gonna do this. Oh, I could do it like this. Right? Hold on. Girl, they done. Woo! Let's put the book up here. Okay, for the ones that are joining us that may not know, the book choice for our first book discussion is Tiffany D. Jackson, The Scammer. Sure. Should that be like plural? The scammers or the scammer as one? I think it should be an S on that shit. Okay. This is just a thumbnail I got off the internet. I did not create this. Okay. So Tiffany D. Jackson, the scammers, aka the scammer. Let me upload. Let me see if it'll let me upload all my slides. I may have to do it one at a time, but let's see. Oh, it's letting me. Cool. Sometimes it tell me I have too many things in here. I need to delete something, but it's not doing that. So, baby, let's go ahead and knock this out. Okay, then I'm gonna get down here to y'all. That's all I needed to do. Okay. It need to be plural. Okay. Let me speak to everybody in the chat. Sharon said, I'm super excited. I'm super early. I read this damn book twice because I didn't know if I blacked out, walked out, fell asleep. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it, sis. Hey, the Real Brown Family Chronicles is here for the book club reporting. Hey, let's talk about it all. Boo is up in here. AK's POV been trying to sneak me information over on the community post, but she said, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to spoil it for you or anyone that may read the post. Appreciate that as well, AK. Okay. You've been waiting, honey, been waiting for this discussion. Baby, did anybody need to get out like some wine, a little alcohol beverage? If you do them trees, did you have to smoke on something? Baby, let me know in the damn chat. Drop a wine glass, drop a tree, edibles, drop something, honey. Hey, Eve has many faces in the bushes at the hairdresser. Okay, sis, thanks for supporting. Chanel been leaving me not video, audio clips, honey, over on the IG. She have been messaging me, so I know she ready. This book had my nerves bad. We need a Harlequin romance novel next. You like Brenda Jackson? I just downloaded L, right? Just drop something. We need something soft. Yeah, we need balance. Hey, Caramel, thank you so much for being here. It's Pages on the Porch, baby. Gail is here. Y'all, I'm on chapter 12 and can't believe the level of manipulation. Honey, hide your kids, hide your children, your sons and your daughters, honey. Oh my God. The prayers are out here. Okay. Not the players, the prayers. And that's with the E. Hey, Jackson Tabasco, thank you for being here, sis. 14 plus 1 is up in here. Shan. Okay. These are all my people that read the entire book. Okay. I finished it, but want to reread chapters 35 through 37. Put it on speed dial right now. Hey, Karen. You did the audible with me. Spoil me, baby. Spoil me. Okay. The fact that this was inspired by real life events was crazy. You did the audible with me. Baby, it's the scammers. Okay. I think the singular is appropriate for the context. Hey, Miss E. Miss E, did you finish the book in its entirety? Let me know if you finished the book. If you just dropped in and you want to know what the ladybugs is for, I just asked them to drop a ladybug in the chat if they completed the entire book. And what I'm gonna do is, for the ones that do not like spoilers, at the end I'm gonna dismiss y'all ass baby, because honey, I need the damn talk, okay? But you can stay if you like, if you don't mind spoilers. I You making cookies for the discussion? Okay, child. I stopped for a few minutes and came back because I could take it, baby. Oh my God. Hey, Patty, Patty. Me too. I was on the edge. Hey, Vic to the Veil. Hey, Real. I think I made it to the bottom of the chat. Did you know about the cult leader? Yeah, they okay. This could be a spoiler. I'm not gonna read it. Okay. Hey, Muff. I'm gonna delete. If you already read it, I'm trying not to spoil it for the people that. But read the comments with caution. Hey, Muff. Okay, you was fighting. Also did Audible. Hey, Keena. Okay, come in, everybody. We'll give them another minute. Let me think. Yeah, right. I just downloaded something for her, but I did not read her synopsis. So I could go go back and see if that's safe, honey. Because we need some balance. And Harley Quinn, drop a author, Chanel, that you would like. When you say Harley Quinn, my mind go to the Miss Brenda Jackson, my Floridian sister, auntie. She's the biggest author I know on Harley Quinn, for African and American authors or Black authors, whichever you prefer. Okay. Me too. Okay. Yes, but it's not him. It's someone else, said Lady T, but the court details in the article. So, okay. Yeah. We're going to, don't get too excited. Calm down. Calm down. I'll get too excited. Just don't drop, because I'm trying to be fair. Uh, is that a memoir? Not memoir, but a what do you call those? Because she also had the library, the personal librarian. It's historical fiction. Sorry, historical fiction. I had to think about it, baby. I done got too excited. Calm down, calm down. Y'all. Okay, looking at the cover of the book, it didn't give me what the book actually gave. I was like, okay, the scammer. We talk about scamming, fraud schemes that Todd set up here on the front porch. And since this was our first book club discussion, I was like, okay, this goes along with what we talk about on here anyway. I was not familiar. Well, I am familiar with Tiffany D. Jackson. I just have never read anything by her. Okay, so this was my first introduction to Miss Tiffany D. Jackson and her work. I enjoyed the book. It kept me, it kept my attention. I actually like books to develop. So sometimes I enjoy slow burns. Then sometimes I'll be like, this shit too slow. So it just depends. But I like the way the books started. It wasn't predictable. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of twists and turns. It was a lot of tea, knowledge, Black history, HBCU history dropped throughout the book. I enjoy all of that because I told y'all know my background. I'm not gonna repeat that. But let me know how y'all felt about the cover. Did y'all think by looking at this cover that it was gonna be what it was? If you haven't finished, you can still weigh in on this one. I don't think this will be a spoiler for you. I'm trying to give them another, minute to join us, baby, but we about to dive up in this thing, okay? Let me see what y'all saying. Your historical fiction. I meant something like I know what you meant. Also, I'm now reading with love. From Harlem by Rashonda Tate. Again, is that historical fiction? Okay, yes, yes. I know her and one of AKA, one of Delta. They talked about the Kappas in this book. So, the Divine Nine is being represented today on pages on the porch. Oh wow, they were similar, and I read as if it were him. Now I will look up the scammer. Oh, and we're gonna go over the paperwork too, AKs. They started off with all the information we needed. Okay. I was getting frustrated because I was looking at it through adult eyes. Yeah, you got to go back to just graduating high school and just this your first jump out the porch, baby. We get to leave mama and daddy house. We outside, baby. We're grown, and although you are in a college setting, staying in dorm room, I never stayed in a dorm room. But my daughter, her first year in college at USF, there was a requirement then that they had to stay on campus their first year there. I don't know if they still have those requirements now. So my daughter stayed in that type of setting. She hated it. For one, she's the only child. She's not used to sharing her space with anyone, even with my siblings. They all had their own rooms, their own space. And my daughter, she not like her mama. She like her privacy. She like to be alone with her thoughts. And she don't like nobody touching her stuff. And so the second year she was out, here in Florida, I don't know if it's like this, throughout the USA, but here in Florida, we have a lot of college style apartments. They are taking over, baby, because I mean, Florida, I guess we're a college state at this point, and you could move into like quads. I think they also had like the trios where you'll have three roommates or four roommates, and everyone have their own bedroom and their own bathroom, but you do have the common areas in your apartment, which is like the kitchen. Okay, the kitchen and the living room. Okay, she preferred that better than staying in a dorm room. I had totally different idea what it was going to give. Okay, Shan, that's unusual for you, Shan. I started trouble, but I listened. Okay, I agree. You wouldn't have guessed the book by the title. Okay, yep, I love historical fiction. Both Victoria and Rashonda used to write juicy novels, and now they write historical fiction, and they do it well. Okay, I was a resident advisor. Okay, so cool, cause baby, I would have had to nuck if you buck with this RA. Okay, when I was in college and these kids got on my damn nerves, my residents would have never done all of this. All right, all right. So just wanted to have like a little icebreaker before we got into it. One was about the title. I wanted to know if you finished the book. And then Shan kind of got into it, it's by saying that it wasn't what she thought, like it wasn't predictable. She thought it was going one way and then it switched to be a different way. Was that the same for all of you? For me, baby, I was like, I'm just listening. I'm just listening. I'm just listening. Hey, Jet Black Straight, thank you so much for joining Pages on the Porch Book Club. And then we're gonna get into our questions, our Q&A part of the discussion. Let me pull them up because I already uploaded them. I think this is the first one. So yes, that's the first one. And then that's the last one. When we get to the rating, I'll dismiss the individuals that don't like spoilers. The end was not what I expected. Me either. Me either. Okay, so let's get started. Y'all, I just put together some questions. I've been in two separate book clubs. One was at our local library. We had an urban fiction book club there. And then the second one was my book club, okay, that I had. It's Chit Chat and Chew, was that name of that book club. So I've been in several different book clubs, book club environments. So I just went and picked some of the questions that I felt would get us into the discussion points. Okay. So I'm calling this part, the first part, I'm breaking it out into three different parts. Okay, the characters Q&A. Okay, it's the characters for me. Okay, who was your favorite character? I'm going with Jordan, baby. I was team Jordan from beginning to end, but I was like, girl, I'm with the parentals, okay? Because my daughter went away to college. Like, girl, I need to know that you're going to be able to stand up for yourself. You're going to be vocal. You're going to know how to be an adult, being an adult away from home. Okay. Child, it ain't safe out there. You can't trust everybody. And it just seemed like Jordan was very naive at the beginning. She was coming from a privileged lifestyle, going to being around these black folks, at an HBCU when she could have been at Yale. You know, it seemed like she wasn't prepared, because she ain't been around no damn black people. She's never been in this environment. So, Jordan, girl, you fooled the damn people. You fooled me. You fooled me. Jordan was my favorite, though, from beginning to end. And if you have someone, at the beginning and it changed at the end, okay, put those two in the chat. You was trying to expect the unexpected because I watched so many reviews about this book. You like me, AK. I don't mind spoilers. Oh, this is cute. Thank you. But I have questions regarding Cammy. Yeah, they left us hanging. Hey, Georgia Peach. Jordan until I got to the end. Okay, who was your second person, Chanel? It was just Jordan for me. Y'all, I'm waiting on the chat to catch up. Sometimes it's a little slower. Y'all know it's a delay. I see Chanel's answers, but I don't see y'all's. We got two for Jordan, and Chanel has another favorite character. I'm gonna put my answer in the chat. Nick, you like white boy Nick? Okay. At the beginning, I feel like the interaction with white boy Nick and Jordan, I was like, damn, Jordan, pipe down. I get you being over there in the suburbs, girl. Over there, in high tea and etiquette classes. But girl, you in the hood now. Pipe the hell down. But I think it was overkill because she wanted so desperately to find out, what happened to, who. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to spoil it, but I think that Jordan had a vision in her mind, so that actual interaction with Nick, where she was telling him like, oh, you're just a white guy trying to act black, you're here taking up a black person's space here, at the HBCU, baby. It was reverse DEI for damn me, honey. I'm like, well, how you done flip the script, Jordan? Okay. But I think it was because she wanted to appear as if she was, what the cult wanted. So she came off a little strong. That's what I was trying to say. I actually like Nick. I enjoyed his story unfolding. Jordan was getting on my nerves. It was Nick for me. Nick. Okay, Jordan was hard on Nick for things she did herself. She was annoying me. I think it was a scheme that Jordan what Jordan picked up, baby, what she was trying to put down because at the end it all came together. So I think she was just acting and she wanted to appeal as if she was going to be, she was rehearsing. She was auditioning for the coat. I'll put it like that. Because she grew up around white people. So why have all this hostility towards Nick? Hey, complicated. You haven't read the book, but I'm here for the front porch listening and supporting. My niece and nephews have to stay on campus for 2 years and they moved off campus. My daughter did as well. She was like, Mama, I got to go. I put the lady up here saying, bro, honey, this me. This my little cartoon version of me. She was like, bro. Hey, Juju D. Okay, who was your least favorite character and why? My least favorite, of course, was David, aka Devontae. Okay, all the way through, it was Deontay and David. Okay, this is the same person. By the end, it was your girl, Vanessa, aka Nessie. Definitely Devontae. So I had two, Devontae and Vanessa. Okay. From the jump, Devontae. Devontae and his audacity. Devontae. Okay. I'm waiting to see. Well, I'll wait to see who your least favorite character is. I'll go on with the next question. Who irritated your spirit? Or spirit, Sonny, baby, if you got more than one. Who aggravated and irritated your spirit the most? Cammy. And then it became Carrie. Okay, so question number 3: who irritated your spirit the most? Cammy and Carrie. Cause I'm like, Cammy, girl, you got your whole minister boot back at home. You have a foundation when it comes to serving the Lord. You have a background with just growing up in church. Okay. And so you should have known just from your background how to apply some of those things as an 18-year-old in college, honey. But what you did, you took Devontae words and went and basically broke up with your man that's you been with for 6 years. Your pastor boo that you been with for 6 years, you let him trick your man out of his spot, cut your hair down to the natural, and had you walk around here looking like Laura Ingalls in college. No, ma'am. Devontae remind me of Umar Johnson. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I didn't skip any, y'all. Vanessa was definitely giving Cynthia vibes. Vanessa from the beginning. Okay. Devontae, Cammy. Definitely Devontae worse. That whole roommate suite irritated my spirit. Lauren came from Harlem, which way too gullible. I was embarrassed. Oh, Leo lady. She was talking about her brother too much. Okay, and she let him move in. Yeah, we are in college, boo. Okay, this is our first time jumping off the porch. We outside. We're not trying to deal with your brother. I could have stayed home with my own damn siblings. Lauren had 6 brothers and sisters, both her parents, and fell off, the face of the earth. And Lauren was diabetic So it's like, girl, you know that you gotta eat right and take your medicines. He got y'all over here drinking damn tea. I was so mad at Devontae. Devontae was tripping. So Devontae was definitely irritating the people damn spirits. Okay. Who pissed you off the most? I know y'all gonna say Devontae, but Carrie pissed me off because at first she was calling Devontae out on his shit. Carrie was Lauren's friend, Lowe's friend. She was calling him out on his bullshit at first, and then she switched up, jumped on my girl, cut her hair. So she pissed me off because I thought you was on the people side. Devontae was tripping. Exactly. Miss E. I don't need additional roommates. Who not paying room and board? Right. He wasn't paying bills. He was over that line, scamming 101. I just got out of jail, but I need to stay with y'all, all girls, okay? But I know all Beyonce, Kanye, he was name dropping like a mofo. He knew all these people. He had all these connections. He's supposed to have his own money, his condo. He had a car. But so why do you need to live here? Okay. If you are so well established, so well connected, why do you need us? We're just college students. We don't have anything. All the girls were accommodating. You go get you a hotel. Devontae was the worst. Jordan parents pissed me off. Yeah, her parents really pissed me off. And just coming from a parental parenting standpoint, I get it. I get it. You want your daughter to be exposed to a certain lifestyle. Y'all feel like y'all made it. Both of you are lawyers. Y'all put y'all kids in finer school, the finest clothes, the finest country clubs, all of those things. But the world is bigger than that. You got to prepare your kids for the world, just the bestest that you can, honey. I get it. I get it. You provided your kids with money, amenities, the best life, but outside of there, there's a whole world out here, and your kids do need a little balance. And as a Black kid, you definitely need to put your child up on game. They should not be going out the house like this. My first time outside, and I felt like with Jordan, she was displaying some just like she was naive a lot of times, but I don't know, sis was acting. And also allow your kids to develop as the person that they want to be, not the person that you want them to be. They wanted to plan out Lauren life till she ashes to ashes, dust to dust, without including Lauren thoughts in their plan. Campus security is okay with Devontae going into. Okay, stick to the questions, please, because I don't want to spoil it for the ones that have not finished. Okay, so I get your question. We'll come back when we dismiss the others. Okay. But this is good. This is good. I'm gonna have to come back. If Devontae give you curfew, listen. Listen. If you didn't finish, I can't hold the masses. Definitely give it a curfew. Okay, I want to lay hands on Devontae. Fraser University was just as bad as worse when it came to safety of the students. Baby, this man was walking around doing what the hell he wanted to, but he was making sure his hands was clean. How could I forget about the parents? They didn't even check on their child to make sure that she made it, but bought their ass in. We're not gonna be able to hold back. I'm sorry if you don't like spoilers, but okay. But then came down here, didn't even let your daughter get a word out, then let Nick get a word out, brought her back into danger. Because if Vanessa had called me about my child, in my mind, I'm gonna already be thinking, Well, why my daughter don't want to be there? I'm not coming up there to join in with the bullies. I'm coming. If I come up there, it's why don't you want to stay here? Do I need to talk to somebody? What the fuck going on? Like, my daughter got a voice. Like, no, what the hell going on? The homecoming was there and they allowed him to give them. Yes, baby, and homecoming be the best. Okay, you get all these freebies, free food, free knickknacks. They got concerts. They got, you know, famous people on campus. I mean, homecoming is the shit, baby. You just getting out of jail. The hell? Oh, okay. Look, I'm gonna read y'all comments. I can't hold y'all back. Jordan parents did not want to hear anything from Nick or Jordan. They was strong on her. You finna get back in this place where we paid for, and then the mama gonna try to get teary eyed when she saw it looked like a damn jail cell. Like, here's some money. At least go buy some curtains, Jordan. Get the hell on. That was my answer to who pissed me off. Okay, the campus security. Okay, gotcha. LOL. Only left her with a credit card that Devontae had. Anything could have happened. Shaking my head. Listen, she caught the train down there, caught a Uber on campus. She came in looking like Annie. It's a hard damn not life for us. It's a hard not life instead of the rich bitch she is. The first homecoming, yes. You don't get no redos. Okay, right. Prepare all week for homecoming to miss it and drink tea and lettuce. Jordan parents didn't want her there. They were looking for any excuse to pull her out. But baby, they should have pulled her ass out then. But Jordan wasn't going. Jordan was on a mission. Okay. Who character was the smartest? Jordan. Jordan was the smartest, baby. Okay. Jordan did that. Because I was like, I wanted to beat the hell out of Jordan all through up out of that book, right? But Jordan was the smartest to me. She outsmarted everybody in the end. So Jordan. Which character was the lucky? I'm gonna go with Low. Cause I thought she was gonna be like Cammy. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So I'm thinking oh, and Nick, white boy Nick is definitely one of the luckiest ones too, because y'all remember Devontae put something in Jordan's drink at the party. And white boy Nick drunk it, right? So I'm gonna say white boy Nick and Low were the luckiest, and Jordan was the smartest. Me too. Me too. It was definitely something in that tea. Definitely Jordan. Jordan was the smartest. Nick was the luckiest. I'm glad he had his frat brothers. Baby, the Kappas was coming through. What's his name? Cameron? Kareem? Kareem switched out on the Kappas. But white boy Nick had them Kappas behind him, baby. They was finna shimmy all over Devontae ass over there. When Nick bust up in there, he had shit to say. Nick said, what it do? You're right. I thought Lauren and her not taking the diabetes medicine was not going to make it, which is what happened in those cults. I agree. I think Nick, because he peaked that quick. But remember, Nick drunk the tea or whatever was in Jordan's drink, the soda. I think it was soda. And he was passed out when they went in there to get their jackets. Nick's feet was dangling over there, okay? And Jordan was able to get him, to her room where she was able to watch him and make sure he was going to be okay. But I was like, Jordan, why don't you call the police? Now I see why, because she was She didn't want any attention until she was able to solve, what she solved at the end of the book. I'm still trying for y'all that didn't finish the book. Which character needed to be slapped? Hell, everybody. Who did not need to be slapped at this point? I think everybody needed to be slapped, even Jordan at some points. I cannot think of anybody that I felt did not need to be slapped at this point. So I'm gonna say everybody, respectfully. Devontae would have got rid of Nick without his brothers. That's true, because he already had flipped Kareem. What's his name? Because he was a Kappa, and he denounced their ass, baby, with a letter. He said, I can only serve one God, and that's our Lord, Devontae. Kareem. Okay, thank you. Jordan went through there with a purpose, but she almost got caught up in casualties. Casualties got caught up. But I don't know if Jordan would have told them, she would have been able to trust them, or they would have been loyal enough to help her, with her mission. Because they was reporting everything back to Devontae and Vanessa. So I don't know how the casualties, like Cammy, would have been in the clear if she had told them earlier on. Nick, okay. No, I'm gonna change at the end, because if you stick to just answer the questions, but hey, I get it. The fact that stop eating was crazy. Right. Legacy tried to hang too. Legacy, oh my God. Legacy and Cammy. We don't know what happened. The casualties would have happened even if Jordan wasn't there. No, even if she wasn't there, or if she would have told them about Vanessa and Devontae earlier on, I think it would have been the same thing too, Petty Patty. I get what you're saying. The chicken heads were running rampant, LOL. So I think everybody needs to be slapped at some point. Right, justice for Cammy and Legacy. Which character got what they deserve? Devontae, aka David, and Vanessa. I forgot Vanessa's real name, y'all. I didn't write it down. And Vanessa, they got what they deserve. But I mean, maybe there's going to be a part two. Because wait a minute, they did not get Devontae, right? Devontae was still in the win, right? Okay. We'll come back to that. Let me say what I gotta say when we dismiss y'all. Vanessa, the only person that got what she deserved. You're right. Devontae got bonded out and hit the streets. He didn't even come back. I wrote down my note that I want to tell y'all later. I forgot. The credit cards piss you off, girl. Right, so Vanessa, I wish she would talk, because where is Cammy? She said she didn't remember. And like as someone mentioned earlier, the damn security guard was in on it. He erased the footage. Because even when Jordan told Lauren, she went right back and reported that shit. She can't remember where Cammy and Legacy are at, but she remembered to go back and tell them that Jordan told her that Devontae was David. She remembered that. That is what gets me. Okay. What character stole your heart? White boy Nick stole my heart. Okay. White boy Nick stole my heart. We don't know. It just ended. But I put a pin in that. So when we dismiss the others, we coming back to this because I got a theory about this book. We don't know what happened to Cammy or Legacy. Because they say Cammy had put her damn wig on, had her shit on, her Gucci bag, and she had not been seen again. So I'm thinking maybe Cammy went to meet up with Legacy. The bathroom scene had me hot, had me hot, had me holding my breath. Me too. That was the second time she had got jumped to. Nick for me too. Nick was my favorite. I feel like it's okay. I said I'm gonna put a pin in that for the people that don't want the spoilers. We'll come back to that. Nick stole my heart too. I was side-eyeing him alone. I thought Nick may have been the police. I thought at first I was like, damn, is Nick an undercover police officer? Because he's always there. He already popping up. He's sitting outside her dorm. He didn't tell her he had a car. So I thought that Nick may have been an off-duty police officer working undercover. Behind Walmart. Nick was my favorite too. No, who stole your heart? Jordan, because she was planning her part. The camera showed Devontae following Cammy the last time she was seen. That's why I said maybe she went to go meet up with Legacy. But Nick is not my favorite. But for the ones that Nick is your favorite, Shan said he's her favorite too. I'm speaking on who stole my heart. Okay, which character stole your heart? Nick stole my heart. Nick was a stand-up guy. He protected her by any means necessary. That trip home was good for both of them. And playing, yes. Because she was playing her part. Gotcha. The camera did show him following Cam, but Vanessa was the dangerous. Shan, no spoilers. I'm trying to hold them for the ones that didn't finish, baby. They don't want to hold back. Did the author writing pull you in immediately? We are on our next one, the plot Q&A. Did the author's writing pull you in immediately? I would say yes. I was immediately drawn in. This y'all last slide for the ones that did not finish and do not want spoilers. I'm just letting you know. Because after this, we going in. I'm trying. Because everybody did not finish the book, and we supposed to have our second meeting on the 21st. But we're going to be reading something else for the ones that have already finished. Thank you, big sis. I said what I said. Yes. Yes, pulled in immediately. Yes, definitely attention getter. It took me a few chapters to get pulled all the way in. Thank you, Shan. Was there a turning point in the book for you? Yes, them last 30 chapters. That was a turning point for me. That's why I was like, Jordan, girl, please call the po-po. You in too deep. You got beat the hell up in the bathroom. So the end was the turning point for me. Those last, what was it, 7 chapters? I think it was 37 chapters. That was the turning point for me. Because, baby, I was on the edge. Was pulled in immediately. Me too. Yes. I was falling asleep, so you wasn't pulled in. That's me, Miss E. That's what I'm used to. Probably because I was doing something else. Okay, other than just listening, you were just multitasking. Okay. I don't understand how Black students at a Black degree college didn't want to protest. A lot of people don't like to protest because, for one, everybody don't believe in the same thing. even though we're all black, we come from different backgrounds. That's why y'all have the black Republicans, the black Democrats, the black conservatives. Like, it depends on your background. And a lot of times with black people, we are kind of trained to mind our business. Not all, because I don't like people putting me in a box with all black people. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. But sometimes we're taught to keep our head down, to mind our own business. Don't, go against the police, don't cause a scene, stay low key. So I think it depends on your background, but I'm loud. So I probably would have been out there protesting, to be honest with you. But I get it now. Got you. It's taking me a minute to get into it. I have it on 1.2 speed. The turning point for me was her not saying anything when Nick got her out. Gotcha. Vanessa set up that beat down. What? He said, when you get in your feelings, I think he said something about when you get in your feelings, that's what happens. I can't remember what old Devontae actually said. After going to Nick's nanny's home, Rico, we had, what's his name? Rico or Ricky? I liked him too, even though, he had a little short, pause in the book. A little short little part in the book, I liked him too. And we like Nanny too. Yeah, my kid's not up to be arrested at protests. Yeah, down here in the South, it could go either way. So I get it. You're in the North. I think Homecoming was the turning point for that, when it got deep and real. I will put a pic. Thank you. Because, baby, we finna turn up. This our last slide. I'm not holding back after this. Richie. Yeah, okay, yes. I like Richie. Plus, I'm afraid of going to jail. Long as it's peaceful protest. I protested before. I've done Black Lives Matter protests, and I also did a women's protest before, but it was not violent. But now, in the Sunshine State, we can't even peaceful protest. You could be arrested. Actually, the police was out there, to kind of make sure that, nothing popped off. And y'all know your girl worked for the government. No people be out there protesting all the time. They were protesting last damn week. The rainbow community was out there, and baby, it was no justice, no peace. I just was like, okay. I was so mad she didn't say anything. I almost stopped listening. Me and you both. How many questions we got? Okay. Did the plot twist eat? Did the plot twist? I can't even get it out. Did the plot twist eat, or was it predictable? For me, baby, it ate. It ate. I'm like the kids. I got the it ate, baby. It ate for me. Okay. And it was not predictable for me. Okay. I didn't get it to the end. And then I started putting clues together at the end. But baby, it ate. It ate. I got my hand in front of my mouth like the little kids in the dance, baby. It ate for me. Miss E got the dinnerware. The dinnerware, yes. So yeah, I've done 2 protests, but I won't do one now because I could be arrested, even if it's peaceful. The plot twist had me. Me too. Okay, what decision changed the whole book for you? It took me all the way to the end so I could get, for everything to come full circle for me. It was the end. Everything for me came together at the end. So the end of the book changed everything for me. It was good. It reminded me of His and Her. I loved it. It ate. I did not see it coming. Cool. What secrets should have stayed buried? For me, nothing. I still need secrets to come out. Okay, so none of the secrets for me should have stayed buried. And it's still things that we're gonna talk about in this next slide that need to come out for me. Was the book realistic? Yes. I live in the South. I have ties with HBCUs. I've done protests. I've been naive. So I would say yes, the book was very realistic. It okay, I read that one. Let me see. Let me let the chat catch up. And don't forget, if you do not like spoilers, after this slide, thank you for partaking in the Pages on the Porch first book club discussion, The Scammer by Tiffany D. Jackson. I really, really appreciate you being here. But if you don't like spoilers after this slide, exit stage left or right. Okay. That's my warning. That's my last warning. It was very realistic. Okay. I enjoyed it. I had so much fun with this book, but I still have questions. I'm waiting to get y'all responses, and then we gonna go in. We going in. I don't care what y'all put in the chat. I got y'all. Very realistic. Okay. Oh, and if you're leaving, just drop down in the chat and give us your ratings. How would you rate this book? Before you go, before you leave, how would you rate this book so far? And then we'll come back and see if that changed for you in our next book discussion on the 21st of this month. I went to both HBCU and the PWI, so you got both of the experiences. It's really like this at HBCU, so she did a good job connecting that. I think the college name is Fraser in Washington, D.C. She spoke about Virginia area, but HBCUs, her descriptions were very on point. Being on the yard, the Divine Nine, the food, the dorms, the culture. She did a good job explaining that. Yes, Jordan, college experience. She's very realistic. Yes, remind me of my college experience. Okay, Miss E. All right, I gave them time. Now we ready to turn up for the 99 2000. Let the pen out. Being able to float on campus was realistic on both campuses. It should be. It shouldn't be. Gotcha. It shouldn't be. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. We had a few things we wanted to put the pin in before I forget. And one, we know Vanessa is in jail without a bail. Devontae skipped town. They say he may be in Mexico, honey. But what I'm thinking, because Lauren kind of slipped up out of there, and she's saying that she did not remember what was going on. I feel like Lauren gonna be the damn new Vanessa, and I agree with y'all that it's gonna be a part two. I think it's gonna be a part two because there's just too many things that wasn't wrapped up in the book we just listened to or read. Non-students floating is what I'm referring to. Oh, you don't think, but you don't know. You don't know if they're students or not, especially if they're up there every damn day going in and out the dorm room. Because there are all ages in college. It's not, everybody's not just 18. And hell, let's see, like Devontae was aging, but Vanessa is not aging. Miss E said, I went to PWI, and besides homecoming, everything else was the same. Greek life was still hype, but lots of and Sigmas ran the yard. Whew. They make sense that all y'all say it could be a part two. Yes, yes, because we still need to find out what happened to Legacy. We need to find out what happened to Cammy. Lauren, that kind of to me did not get wrapped up. Now we do know that what's the other girl name? Oh, what wait a minute. Did Lauren go back to New York? Wait a minute. I got a note that Lauren went back to New York. But I still feel like it was no closure with Lauren. So I'm thinking that damn Lauren gonna be the new damn Vanessa. I'm not changing it. It shouldn't, but it happens in real life. Yeah, is all the way I say. I went to HBCU, but in a rural area. We did not have co-ed dorms. So Devontae ass would have been there for real long. And you were the person that said that you was the RA, right? AK? I think it was you. Yeah, she went back to New York. That's what I'm saying. It's too common, yeah, for non-students to do illegal stuff. Ages are going to range, yeah, but no identifiers are checked anywhere. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you were giving us some tea about being an RA. Now we did hear about the security guard, but we never heard anything about the RA. But again, they weren't putting in any complaints. They weren't telling anybody. They weren't going to campus police. They weren't talking to anybody about all the things that they were experiencing. So it kind of wasn't a record, but that's why you got those outside forces like the RA and the damn security guard. And he had even told them to keep their door unlocked. Keep your door unlocked so he could get in and out because he could get in there, but he couldn't get in their room because he didn't have a key. I think he wanted Jordan to be the new Vanessa. That's why he was so open with her at the end. Because Jordan was like, he's acting like he really in love with me for real, for real. Like how he was talking to her. When she went in there, Vanessa was trying to jump up in her face. She said, I want to talk to Devontae. Like, bitch, I don't want to talk to you. Can you get Devontae over here? He was like, I'm glad you asked for me. I know that you was different from day one, and we could really build up the emancipation over in Virginia, honey. We did room checks and everything. That's why these kids not being watched bothered me. They said the RA was down with the coat too. The RA was in the meeting. She was part of the group. Yeah, everybody was cool with him. What else I want to talk about? Let me see. My biggest moment, baby, let me tell y'all, my biggest moment was when Jordan pulled a switcheroo with that T at the end with Vanessa, and she was over there foaming out the mouth like Cujo. I was like, yes. She was like, can you go get me some more sugar? She was like, yes. And she was over there twitching and foaming at the mouth. I think that if she did a book from one of the other perspective, it will be a good read. Okay, so you like it when they do like different perspectives, first person, third person, or whatever. It kind of becomes redundant when they do that for me, but I get, but just hearing it from the same the experience, the same experience from another perspective. Vanessa can tell her experience, because do we want to know Vanessa and Devontae's background? Now, when it came to Vanessa and Devontae, I was kind of thinking when she kept saying my brother getting out, and she showed the one photo, and she was 18. I'm like, but if it's this your brother, why y'all only got adult picture? You know, one adult picture. Like, y'all got no pictures as kids. And then at the end, they said, you know, that she looked young, but she was actually 32, and she had been going around enrolling in all these schools. I can't remember what Vanessa's real name was. They said what her real name. It wasn't Vanessa. I was kind of thinking like, why they only got one picture? Yes, and when Jordan was recording Devontae, she put that credit card in his pocket. Yes, that was epic. That was epic. But he got out. Who bonded him out? I want to know who bonded him out. From Vanessa's perspective and Lauren's perspective would be good. Okay, their story will be totally different. It would be good to know how many times they did this. They said they had been to multiple colleges, and they had been putting this off for a little minute. And several women had, you know, and one male passed away. Vanessa probably paid the bond money, but he fled and left Vanessa. Right. And you heard her trying to ask Jordan, have you heard from him? Jordan was like, oh, I thought he liked cell phones. She was like, she was like, well, he used to use mine. He got a phone. What he got? A Metro PCS? Vanessa, so we can find out how they offed her brother. Got you. His entertainment connections were real, though. She Googled him. Oh, she did say that they were real. But baby, why you couldn't get no money? Why you want to keep building this cult? Oh, drop that in the chat. If you did see it earlier, several of you guys, even somebody messaged me saying that Nature Boy, we talked about Nature Boy when he had a Rico in Fulton County way back. We did about maybe 3 lives. I know Shan was here about that situation. So yes, thank you, AKs. Nature Boy and his cult said they didn't like cell phones, but he stayed streaming live and on social media, recruiting people to Central America. Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all was gonna say y'all could talk about that now. I was trying to be nice, guys. Y'all know. But we did cover his trial. I know we had at least 2 or 3 lives talking about him when he was on trial. All the things Nature Boy said, Devontae said too. Hey Royal, I still don't understand that part how you go from hanging with Jay-Z and Beyonce to scamming college students. He was trying to get his own cult. Baby, he could have just joined the damn Illuminati. Chanel, were you talking about Larry Ray? Chanel, are you talking about Larry Ray, boo? Nature Boy also said that money was evil, but was consistently begging. You never divulge into the story, but it kind of sounds like Kevin Gates and his wife. This is the same formula, in my opinion. I don't care who it was. All the clear cult individuals, they play on the same things: religion, money, manipulation, fasting. They all use the same formula, in my opinion, so it can apply to multiple people. Right? Nature Boy had 3K a month stipend from a pastor. Yeah, I think based off of Larry Ray, yeah, he was trying to be Jim Jones, set up a compound. Oh, and Nature Boy took over $350,000 from his followers. Yep, yep. Even some similarities with Nesto, Ernest Williams, like playing on religion, using it as a weapon. Nesto don't like people to eat. They even talked about them having blood contracts, blood sacrifices. Now they didn't say nothing about no green waters. Yes, him did the exact same thing. Happy Saturday, Royal. It's all scamming 101 to me. He did not want to work. He wanted to scam the women, get money off of them. He was gonna have all them pregnant over there in his little compound over there in Virginia. So Larry Ray was near me. I was in grad school at the time and studying at a campus near Sarah Lawrence. Level Up and help them find their callings. Yeah, you gotta believe in them, child. He said he had to rename himself our Lord. Okay. So he said, bump that religion. That's white people religion. Follow our Lord. Follow me. And he had an excuse for every damn thing, y'all. Even when he was talking to them about the menstrual cycles, he was talking about cervical cancer, and then he would tell them you can do your own research, but and then when they say they found something, see, that's what the white men want you to see. They are hiding the truth from you. Well, baby, I did my own research. And he tricked Jordan into doing those damn flyers. First, he told her that he wanted her to write his book. Then he turned them into pamphlets to recruit people. I'm like, really? Cynthia said a lot of these cult stuff, like not showering. Our Lord took me out. The research line always gets me. Documents on deck, not tablet on deck. Okay. Documents on deck. And whenever they did kind of back him up, he'll try to change the conversation to confuse them and to get them to forget about what they were nailing his ass to the cross with. He did that a lot too, Devontae. He was talking in circles a lot too. But there was a lot of red flags, y'all, like just little sprinkle, throughout the whole book that came together at the end. I want to say that too. So do you think that Devontae was sleeping with more than Cammy? Yes. They all do that. They always sleep with more than one, of the women and sometimes the men. I think he was sleeping with most of them, especially the ones that came to the girls' apartment home base. Right. I agree with that. Because how Carrie flipped the script, because Carrie was holding her own at the beginning and telling them that he was a fraud and he was a scammer. So how the hell did he get Carrie? He also started the rumors about Jordan sleeping with all the Kappas. He did. Yeah, like Nesto. let me let me insert my knowledge into your womanhood. Carrie went down bad, went to jail. Cause they got y'all on camera, baby. He had the security to erase him out of the damn video, but he didn't have security to erase y'all. But I forgot Vanessa put them up to that, so never mind. They got the D got them. I like that. And he was definitely trying to spread all those rumors so Jordan would not be in that student government. She would get rid of Nick. He was calling Nick the white man. Oh, you over there with that white man? Jordan was like, man, whatever. But I'm like, why y'all following this man? He gonna went out of jail to damn the Lord, okay? Our Lord. Jail cell to our Lord. Child, he had them in twigs and dirts and talking about what did he say about the two kidneys? He said something about they take both of your kidneys or two kidneys or something. I'm like, why the hell you living without a kidney? He was mad Jordan wouldn't give up the Cody. Baby, he thought he had her when she asked to speak to him, huh, Shan? They were always in that suit, smelling funky and naive. Yes. Sweet, excuse me, sweet. Girl, y'all rolling a homeless man. Right. Hey, the Duchess. Because he was cooking and cleaning, baby. He was putting roots in that food. He was fattening them up. And then had Carrie on got doggone kitchen duty. Listen, y'all done made Jordan parents put her back in the damn suite. And she over there bogarting the damn kitchen. Jordan like, excuse me. She was like, you're excused. Jordan should have popped her upside the head. I wanted Jordan to beat her up real bad. I was wondering how someone was living without a kidney too. He said they took two kidneys from an inmate. That was yes. I was like, what? Thank y'all, because I couldn't remember what he actually said from an inmate. That's what the white man does to you in prison. Thank you, ladies. Like, wait a minute, who living without two kidneys? He said rich white people never stop because they took the inmates' organs. Never got sick. Okay, never sick. But y'all notice Devontae, when the Kappas came up in there, he shrunk. He did not raise his voice. He did not try to nook if you buck. When the men was up in there, he cowered down to me. All of their stomachs were touching their backs. They were so hungry. It was. He must be have found somebody else to do his little pamphlets for him. He ain't need Jordan no more. What about the broken glass in Jordan bed? I was like, oh my God, they done really broke us some damn glass and spread it in her bed. Like they was brutal with it. He got real smart when the brothers walked. Thank you. When the bros walked up in that thing, it was like, Devontae, who? David, who? But the broken glass, I'm like, girl, you better get the hell out of there. And I always wondered too what was in Jordan's computer because she was like, I got to get to my computer. I got to get to my computer. That was Vanessa, that damn glass she wanted her to hurt. That broken glass in the bed scared me. He did. What y'all think about Cammy's sister? She not done. So Cammy's sister, and I think it's gonna be a part two. Nina not happy. So Nina is gonna be the new Jordan. Okay, trying to find out what happened to her sister. Like Jordan was trying to figure out what happened to her brother. So I think Nina is gonna be a part two, and Nina gonna be Jordan. Lauren gonna be Vanessa, and Devontae gonna be damn Devontae. I think. Nina bust up in there. Where the hell is my sister? Jordan computer belonged to her brother Kevin. Right. It had all the evidence of Vanessa scamming. But during the time until we found that out, I was like, dang, what she got in that computer? Yeah, I was like, she must have a family trust in that damn computer. Kevin's sister was the only smart one, Nina. But you know, Devontae never came back after that. But we found out at the end who the computer belongs to. Yes, that's Kevin. You can talk now because if they ain't here, they want the spoilers. Information about her brother and the scam. Cammy's sister came through there. She bought, yes, and called the police. So that's what Jordan, like, Jordan, you might as well tell the truth at this point, sis, because what the hell? The police is involved now. But I knew that Jordan was recording something when she looked back at her computer and she said that her computer screen was black. I knew she was recording something at that time. I was like, okay. Vanessa was his girlfriend and allowed the relationship to happen without being jealous is unheard of. No, not in cults. That's not unheard of. That's why we always reference that most of the time when there are men like this, they have women out there doing their dirty work. They have them out there recruiting. They have them out there interviewing and getting these victims. This been happening. Even back in the day, they used to, pretend like they broken down on the side of the road. And then when a man or a woman pull up to help them, men will jump out. Setup girls been around for a minute. So that's not unheard of to me, but y'all let me know. I gave a few examples. What else I gotta look because she said she sent me the documents. Let me go to Instagram. I forgot about that. Or do y'all want to wait to the next one? Y'all were like me. I want to see me. Vanessa was the leader, though. Yes, that's what they said. Vanessa was the leader. Devontae was actually the second in command, even though he said he was the Lord. This was actually the scheme that Vanessa set up. And she recruited, sound like Devontae. They said she was the most deadliest. She was the one that they felt unalive, the other girl. And of course, she had something to do with Kevin. She had Kareem, or was she with Legacy? Legacy, I think, was with Lauren. And Kareem was the Kappa. The child, I may get it confused. Setup girls, yes, but setup guy is uncommon. LOL, the skin that Vanessa set up. And is she the damn ringleader? Devontae knew to lay low, though, not to come back there. They say he was on. They said he had a plane ticket to California. He probably was in Mexico, but I think he gonna get in contact with Lauren because Lauren had lost it, and she ain't got it back that quick. I'm sorry, and he has to contact somebody. The other three girls are in jail. Carrie in jail, so I think he's gonna come back for Lauren. Kareem was with Vanessa, and Legacy was with Lauren. I thought Cammy was under Devontae the most. I think so too. Oh, Instagram. I'm like, what was I finna do? Okay, Chanel done sent me another voice message. I can't see. You can't. Oh, let me see. Okay. Sorry about the pause. I had to get those documents from Chanel. Let me see if I could pull them up. I am not a robot. All right. And these documents that Chanel sent me is about Lawrence Ray, not about Nature Boy down here in Fulton County. Hey, Inel. Welcome, welcome to Pages on the Porch for First Book Club discussion. Okay. So before we get into the documents, how would y'all rate this book? 1 to 5? I'm gonna give it a 4, baby, because I got unanswered questions. So I'm gonna give it a 4. Put it in the chat. And what would you have changed? What would you have changed anything in this book? Yes, the ending. I wanted to know what happened to Legacy, Cammy, and I wanted to see Nina get loose, and I also want to see Devontae locked up. So that would have been my changes that I would like to see. Okay. Would I recommend this book? Yes. 4. Vanessa real name is Shamika Foster. I could not remember what her name was. I'm like, what was her real name? Shamika. She got that ghetto name like me. Shamika Foster. I wrote it down so I won't forget. I was cutting up. You already know how I cut up, AK. So you already know. 4.5, Miss E. Okay. You would change the ending. Me too. I like closure. I don't feel like we got closure, so that's why I gave it a 4. Because we want to know what happened to Cammy. We want to know what happened to Legacy. Is there going to be a part 2? How did Nina go down there to the police station? And where the hell is Devontae? That's the only reason I didn't give it a 5. I would recommend the book. I don't know if I could read nothing else by this author, baby. I gotta be in a good mood. Do y'all think this book would translate well into a movie or TV series? You would give it a 4 too. I need a little bit more to wrap it up. Okay. But if there is a sequel, she will get a 5. Yeah, maybe she will branch off to all the girls' future. Okay. I feel like the end was rushed and left a lot of loose ends. Okay. I'm like, you like me. We need closure. So that's the only reason I wouldn't give it a 5. So then I have to change my answer. Then I would read more about the author because I want closure. And I put 5 stars up here on the little banner post B because I just put 5 stars. But agree with Shan. You said that earlier, Georgia Peach, that you think we should everybody should get their own book. Yeah, I agree, Leo lady. It could be if there was closure. Okay. Who would y'all cast? Who would y'all have as for Devontae, baby? Devontae had dress. He had dimples. He was chocolate. I don't know. Somebody with some real dreads, though. I don't like those fake dreads. We don't need Tyler Perry makeup and hair crew, baby. Get somebody with some real dreads, yeah. Coffee, but he don't have real dreads. But Coffee fits the build, dimples, dark skinny, but we need some hair. You would definitely watch it. There's a movie in a documentary called The Devil in the Dorms. Okay. Recommendation, y'all. I don't I don't know if we got a good enough description of the ladies that I could cast them, but if you want to give it a shot, feel free. These gonna be our standard questions, y'all, too, for all our book discussions. I'm gonna watch it. Okay, I think I already read that one. Okay, I'm gonna get this one off here so I can get the documents that Chanel sent me. They should have left if they didn't finish George Peach. Because I told them we was gonna do spoilers. I was trying to hold y'all back, because y'all was putting some good tea, in there. Because I know like some people don't like spoilers. I don't mind the spoilers, but because I'm gonna watch and listen for myself. But I was trying to help them out. But okay, back to we forgot to wrap up with Jordan's parents. They came back and got busy. They shut the school down. They said people lost their jobs. The incident went worldwide. It was on the media. It was on the social media. It was everywhere. So it sounded like Jordan parents, well, the mom tried to come back and redeem herself. The dad still wanted her at Yale. But they came back, put their law degrees to work, baby, because both of the parents are lawyers. So they came back and did their big one. The dad still was acting hardcore. He still wasn't sympathetic enough. He still wanted her up out of there, wanted her to go to Yale. Don't sound like her and Jack was going to rekindle anything. She's with white boy Nick. So I think Jordan parents came back. You still side-eyeing them? They did come back. They had to make some changes at the university. People lost their jobs. It went, they got the legal parts taken care of. And it was on social media, so they couldn't hide it anymore. But you still side-eyeing them. She ain't say, I would have loved a chapter with her telling them off. I'm sure that meant telling them off. I'm sure that's what you meant. She needed to do a good cussing out. The mama came over there crying, gave her some money, gave her a stack, and helped her decorate her dorm room. The mama was more sympathetic, but daddy still wasn't having it. You want to know if they charged Vanessa for scamming Kevin? Me too. Oh, she did tell them. She did tell them. She did tell her parents at the end. And that's why they went they went into lawyer mode. She did tell her parents at the end. She said she didn't know if she was gonna tell white boy Nick. But she did tell her parents. She shouldn't even have to pay tuition. Let me see. Okay. What we have up here is United States District Court, Southern District of New York. Baby, this is sealed or unsealed document. United States of America versus Lawrence Ray. Lawrence Greco, the defendant. Because y'all say there's a lot of similarities to the story, the scammer, and Lawrence. Lawrence X, honey, when they have multiple last names, I give them an X. Okay, this was sent to us by Chanel, no Diddy over here. Oh, you want to read the chapter? I see what you're saying. I have not read this previously. I'm just pulling it up. So here's some of the factual background. Number one, I'm not going to read it word for word. I'm going to try to skim through it. During the time period relevant to the indictment, Lawrence Ray, aka Lawrence Greco, the defendant targeted a group of college students and others, and they have in parentheses the victims. Indoctrination and criminal exploitation. Okay, Ray lived with some of the victims, first on campus housing at a college in Westchester County, New York, and thereafter at the location in Manhattan, New York, Pinehurst, North Carolina, and elsewhere. So they were traveling over the course of nearly a decade. Well, baby, I'm glad this was just a semester in our book between in or about 2010 through the present. Ray subjected the victims to, you see, manipulation and abuse. Ray extracted false confessions from at least 7 victims that they had caused harm and damage to Ray and his family members and other associates. Ray leveraged the victims' family confessions to extort money from the victims, to force some of the victims to perform unpaid manual labor, and to cause one of the female victim number 1, to engage in commercial acts for Ray's financial benefit in New York City and elsewhere. And that was brought up in the book, where one of the individuals that was scammed by Vanessa and Devontae, they were both, one of them said that they had traded favors. I'll put it like that. Okay, Lawrence, the defendant, conspired with and enlisted others to assist him in some of his crimes and laundered his criminal proceeds with amount to approximately $1 million obtained from at least 5 victims. Okay, physical and psychological threats and coercion. In or about late 2010, the defendant moved into on-campus housing with his daughter and her male and female roommates. The roommates, Shan, the roommates during their sophomore year at a college in Westchester County, New York, the college. Ray began therapy sessions with some roommates. What? Okay, y'all, I got a silent. I'm trying to like, what? So a father moved into his daughter's college dorm room. The daughter and her male and female roommate. So this must have been a co-ed. This must have been a co-ed one. Nobody seen that to be weird. Like your dad would have moved into our dorm room and then started therapy sessions. Is he a therapist? Is he a psychologist? So he used this as a manipulation tactic to get to know them, to open up to him, so he could swoop in, and start coercing them to give him money, favors, relinquish their control to him. Oh my God. You was I don't know why I left off in the chat. You felt bad that Kevin got blamed for stealing from the parents and when it was Vanessa the whole time. So that's what Georgia Peach want to see, that discussed. Because Kevin was like, how much money? And I like how they did incorporate Kevin, when Jordan got beat up, he came to her, from the other side and was trying to coax her, like, you need to let this go. I'm fine. Move on. Enjoy your life. Let this go. Jordan was like, hell no. Just like Devontae. So this began the summer of 2011. Several of the roommates lived with Lawrence Greco, the defendant, in a one-bedroom apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, New York. The apartment. They introduced Ray to other victims who spent time at the apartment. So we kind of already talked about the therapy part. And we already kind of said, he gained their trust and their confidence, and then he started using it to manipulate them. Oh, during the interrogation, Ray made false accusations against the victims, including that the victims had deliberately damaged the apartment and Ray's property and stolen Ray's property. Sure. Harmed and sabotaged Ray and his family members and other associates. Lied about their intentions and actions. Poisoned Ray and his family members and other associates. Number 7, when a victim denied a false accusation by the defendant, Lawrence, interrogation would have often lasted an hour. Okay, interrogation would have often lasted an hour. Okay. Ray demanded confessions from the victims through tactics that included sleep deprivation, psychological and humiliation, verbal abuse, threats and physical violence. Threats of physical violence, actually physical violence, and the threats of criminal and legal actions. So basically, he strong armed his people into giving false confessions. For example, male victim number 1, okay, falsely accused a male victim number 1 of damaging Ray's property and brandished a poke that threatened to dismember male victim 1 with it, leading male victim 1 to falsely confess wrongdoings. On another occasion, Ray finally accused a male victim number 2, of wrongdoing and placed a poker to his throat until he confessed. Ray singled out another male victim number 3, for physical abuse that included grabbing him around the neck until Ray rendered male victim number 3 unconscious. When 2 of the female victims, female victim 2 and female victim 3, brought home food that had turned cold, Ray accused them of wrongdoing, grabbed female victim number 3 by the face and neck, and shoved victim 3 to the floor. On other occasions, Ray threatened to report female victim 2 and 3 to law enforcement for their alleged crimes and to prevent female victim 3 from graduating from college by reporting her to the president of the university. See, all them should have beat Ray ass. He took and kept explicit photographs of some of the victims and sometimes documented and retained his victims' false confessions, including through video. In one of the videos, victim number 1, female victim number 1, detailed her alleged poisoning of Ray and others. The female victim number 1 confession video. So he basically directed the victims to document their supposed wrongdoings in journals and emails and kept copies of these documents. So extortion. Shit, he worse than Gorilla System. The victims resorted to various measures to repay their supposed debt to Ray, including draining their parents' savings in the amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars, opening lines of credit, soliciting contributions from acquaintances, selling real estate ownership, and at Ray's direction, performing unpaid labor for Ray and earning money through prostitution. During that time period relevant to this indictment, Ray successfully extorted at least 5 victims. So he successfully extorted at least 5 victims in an amount totaling approximately $1 million. They should have all stumped Ray ass out. Forced labor. We already talked about, prostitution. He put a lock on the refrigerator. Was he having them drink tea as well? Had them working in the middle of the night to sleep outside in the summer heat. Trafficking. This is crazy. Money laundering. Oh. Ray laundered the proceeds of his criminal activities through the bank accounts of others, including some of the victims, and caused tens of thousands of dollars to be wired to his associates from those bank accounts. Damn. Statutory allegations. This went before a grand jury. They have the statutes and the laws, the court law, things that they're using, in this indictment. Oh my God. So he has, let me go back up. Count 1, extortion, conspiracy. Count 2, extortion. Count 3, trafficking. Count 4, forced labor. Count 5, forced labor trafficking. Count 6, forced labor conspiracy. Count 7, use of interstate commerce to promote unlawful activity. 8, the use of interstate commerce to promote unlawful activity. How many charges do we have? 9, money laundering. Forfeiture allegations as to the counts 1 and 2. Okay. Them men, they should have ganged up on him. Y'all don't think y'all could have beat him up as a collective? And he has another forfeiture allegation as to count 9. Substitute assets provisions here. I was hoping they had like everything summarized at the end. Sometimes they'll do that, but okay, let me go back up. So Ray has 9 charges. I'm sure he's in prison now. This is old from 2011, but it's new to me. So okay. Yeah, they use this same formula, and unfortunately, there's just people out here that they want to belong, but they don't know who they are. They want to belong to something, and they get themselves in these situations. Like he's big grown ass. He got 60 years. Hey V. I'm not sure. I don't know who Jasmine is, but I'm not sure. He's crazy. He got 60 years. Yeah, I'm not sure. But this is from 2011, and it was kind of relevant to our book discussion. So Chanel was so kind to send me these documents. Uh-oh, y'all. I hope I ain't making nobody seasick by scrolling up and down. Motion sickness, y'all. But this was sealed, and I'm assuming they unsealed it at some point. You read the article as well? Let me see. Girl, I'm all read out. Oh, this is him. Okay. I'll link the article that Chanel sent me. I'll link it down here. Y'all can read it at y'all leisure. But I'm going to put it up. This article is from The Guardian. I don't need this PDF thing up there. Okay, U.S. cult leader given 60 years in prison for abuse, S&E abuse. Where was their parents at? Oh. Financial fraudster who lured students at an elite New York liberal arts college into a cult-like world of SP&E abuse was sentenced on Friday to 60 years in prison. And he was found guilty in April of trafficking, racketeering, among other related charges stemming from psychological manipulation and ensuing physical violence against his daughter's roommates at Sarah Lawrence College. Hell, the daughter should have been arrested too. What's the date on this article, Chanel? That's what I was looking for. Oh, this article is more than 3 years old, okay? So 2023-ish. But I linked it in the chat so you can read it. You're welcome. You lit up the name. This is the same case. Okay, the man is insane. Jasmine channel is about cults. Oh, okay. Thank you. She may want to read that book. The Scammer, honey. Okay, so I'll put his little photo right there so y'all can see. Put a face with the name. Anything else before we wrap up our first book discussion? I was so excited. Y'all could tell at the beginning, baby. I was so excited. Anybody want to come up? I will drop the link. Let me see. It may have been some I missed or we didn't talk about. If you want to come up, I'll give you a few moments to hit that link. Come up here to the panel. I enjoyed this book. We got to find us another one. Y'all got any recommendations? We had Harley Quinn. We had the historical fiction, which I don't really read historical fiction. I actually read urban fiction. It's an escape for me. Let me see. But I am familiar with both of the ladies, Rashonda and Vanessa. I actually read Vanessa Christian fiction series. Shaking my head. He still has a long way to go on his sentence, baby. He gonna die up in there. He coming out of there in a pine box. And we love that for him. But we definitely want something light after reading this one. So I'm giving y'all a moment. So drop y'all recommendations or let me know, message me so we can set up our next meeting and everybody can get a jump start on the book. I mean, I could come back on the 21st, to follow up with the ones that did not finish, but I ain't really got much to add. What do y'all think about going back to do older books? I really don't like to reread the books that I've already read because I already know the ending. So, but I will do it, as a collective for the book club. But I already know what's going to happen. So it's kind of like, do I really want to read something old? Drop your suggestion, Vic, or send it to me if you want to. Either way, we'll put it out there. Okay. Well, this will end our first book club discussion. Thank y'all so much. We gotta pick a book for next month for March. So again, hit me up if you have a suggestion. We'll meet back on the 21st. If you want to just tell me at that time, that's fine too. But that's all I got for y'all. I did enjoy. This is the end. Let me put the book back up here. We'll put the book back up here on our way out. All right. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Oh, I don't. Okay, Vicky says she's going to pick up her Super Bowl meal. Y'all enjoy the Super Bowl. I don't partake, but y'all enjoy. Bye.